Hey everyone, Radney Crawford here with 3 Wide to give you my top 3 takeaways from NASCAR's race weekend at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And starting things off, you have Josh Berry getting his first career victory in the Cup Series and the Wood brothers their 101st win. And this victory felt a lot more different than we saw last year at Daytona with Harrison Burton. Last year's win at Daytona felt more like a fluke, whereas this one was more earned. Josh Berry got the lead late after a great battle with Daniel Suarez, pulling away with 14 laps to go, and this was the Wood brothers' first win at a non-drafting track since 2017 at Pocono with Ryan Blaney, and their first back-to-back top 5 finishes since Matt DiBenedetto in 2021. As I said in my season preview podcast episode, the Wood brothers have been more relevant and competitive in recent years when they've had veteran drivers like Paul Menard and Matt DiBenedetto, and I figured the same would be the case with Josh Berry this season. And with the speed this team has shown early on this year, the way they got the win at Las Vegas, this will be a strong underdog team to watch in this year's playoffs. Second, throughout the race on Sunday, I was already working on my notes, focusing mainly on Josh Berry and Ryan Preece as potential breakout drivers in 2025. With Josh Berry getting the win, though, let's go ahead and put him over as a definite breakout driver this season. But what about Ryan Preece or maybe even Daniel Suarez? Both drivers have shown good speed through a majority of the races this season. They just don't have the finishes to back it up. For Suarez, he had decent cars at Atlanta and COTA. Unfortunately, he crashed out of both. Everyone knows the pressure Suarez is facing, especially with the not-so-quiet whispers about Connor Zilisch. But with Sunday's second-place finish, Suarez takes a step in the right direction and now has momentum to build off of. As for Ryan Preece, he has led laps in 3 of the first 5 races, and his performance has definitely improved since joining RFK. And when you look at the schedule and the tracks coming up, he will be a driver to watch over the next month and a half. And finally, something we can all agree on is that we need a true post-race show. When you look at the finishing order of this race, it is the perfect example, as there are stories everywhere outside of the top 2. You have Ryan Preece, who finished in 3rd, tying his career best finish. You also had Austin Cindric getting a stage win and finishing in the top 10 after a rough 3 weeks. AJ Allmendinger, he gets his first top 10 of the season. Christopher Bell, going for 4 wins in a row, he fails to finish inside the top 10. Then you had Chase Briscoe, who lost a tire, went 4 laps down, and was able to make it back to a 17th place lead lap finish. You could easily get these stories and interviews done with a proper post-race show. So why not take your pre-race show, cut it in half? That gives you plenty of time to get these done. You can hear from commentators, analysts, drivers who are just coming off the track. I, for one, would rather hear from the drivers after battling each other for 400 miles than I would in the usual, "we got a great car today" speech we get in a pre-race show.